Hi all, welcome to this Gameweek 368 and into 369 kind of like update as it were. So as you can see by the screen, obviously we currently sit 20th for Champion Asia. We have a disaster with 240, but that's the way it is. La Liga as well. So basically at the moment we have 4 teams fielded. We're kind of out of the running for both anyway drafts. 240 was just unfortunate. I didn't expect Arano and Kokianji to not play. I knew with Murakami it would either be him or Nagaishi, but I thought the main team was always going to be the Champion Asia squad, so I thought, well, if Nagaishi plays then we should be up there in the running. Proved to be the case. It was 1-1-0 and sitting 20th at the moment. I had worked out the points for the Champion Asia. Basically, if we had scored what we had, we would roughly be around 50th, 50 to 60th, basically. Well, we would actually be 50th because it was like 320 is what we would score. So we're basically here at the moment. So if we'd done 240, yes, it would have meant to say, what was it, tier 2 plus threshold, right? So whereas I'd rather be honest, if what's predicted at the moment for here, we're only going to drop 7 places, and it is important to highlight as well that all the J League has been played. There is 3 K League games and 4 Chinese Super League games. Now out of the 7 games, for what I've read, like because the K League gets delayed coverage, it may play in my favour, but the Chinese Super League, Wuhan Three Towns and Shanghai Shenhu are kind of like the 2 bigger games to kind of 2 bigger teams to kind of be a little concerned about. Shanghai are second. Wuhan Three Towns are the defending champions, but even then, by like 2 o'clock, we should have a rough idea where we're roughly at. If we're still if we know like tier 2 is a given, like at the moment because it's 54th. It's just unlucky that we didn't have Oda in our team instead of Tatsuki Nara, but Nara and Oda are pretty much like, Nara's consistent, that's why we have him. Oda can be hit and miss, that's his problem. He yesterday was very consistent, he scored really well. I'll actually show the scores. Like 91 points from Oda, 55 from Nara, 58 Growly, 57 Maijima. Like Growly, we sometimes bring in as well if we're running 2 defenders. But Lucian played right mid, which was the interesting move yesterday. I feel like if he'd played striker, I think they might have done a little bit better, but it was just how the team was set up. Hiroyuki Mei, just another consistent game from him. Yamagishi took his goal well in the situation, and Nagaishi just getting a clean sheet. Yes, his all round was pretty poor. Like 1 high claim, it was like only scored 3.9, like he lost possession 3 times, missed passes 10, 3, 4.5. I'll have to actually count this up. 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.9, 8.9, 5.9. It is 3.9. Yeah, that's fine. I love how we went out and saying that's here as well. So it would have been here as well. I see. Yeah, so he's not really had much to do in the game, like saves wise. So it kind of just shows nice and easy. If you'd got a save thrown in, you'd have been laughing. But yeah, hey ho. And I say Yamagishi proved to be the best man for captain for me, which was nice. Just disappointing that his duels lost was so high. 10 duels lost. In penalty box on 7 occasions, only 1 shot on goal though. That is the concern, and it was the goal that was scored, but we'll still take it nonetheless. Lucian, good all round score. What was just a pit was one of the attacks that Avispa had. I watched it in the highlights. He I don't think it was Lucian, or I think it might have been May. Had played a good pass, and it was just a pity. They didn't score from it, because I think if they had, it would have been, I think Mai would have been 100, Lucan I think would have been 100, and like Yamagishi would be 96. So that's what, or it would be like Lucan would have been like 90 or what. It would have been, both would have been. It would have been really interesting because you had 100, 196, whatever. And then Avispa proving to be the fruitful stack of it all. But as I say, tier 2, I've had a look over what we could get and I'm quite excited with that potential. So in terms of upcoming, we have all our usuals. So Bundesliga Amateur, don't think I've got anyone I plan to take out or take in or any of that good stuff. Stick with Flecken, stick with Kimmich, stick with Frimpong, stick with Muller, and stick with Jude. Pardon me. Happy enough with that team. French League Amateur, I don't run Messi, so I don't have to stress about that. Mandanda I'm fine with. Tagliafico I'm probably going to take out because if he's got concussion, there's no certainty of when he could come back. Rongier I'm fine with. Jonathan David I'm happy with. What I might do actually is bring Habib in. So saying that is Honour at fit again. I'm going to go Habib and Fouquet and then we take it from there. Right. Because Honour at, if he's fit, I don't like, it's hard to say, but we'll go with that as our 5. MLS I think we're happy with because I did save it earlier by mistake. Yeah, because we changed up big style. So Burke in net, Lawful Slond, Hector looks like he might be back, so I'll probably go Hector. Caleb Wiley, don't know what's going on with him. Not scoring, performing well, so I might go Kemar Lawrence, who's old reliable if you know him. But Buanga and Daniel Saloy both generally are pretty consistent players, and I feel like that's where I'm kind of leaning towards just now. I'm going to go Hector back as my captain, but yeah, that's my 5 for now. But it's interesting we do a fair bit of changing here or there. Goalie wise, this will be a laugh because Bazuna is dropped. McCarthy's in now, so I'm going to now take out Bazuna. So we've got budget of 6, so Bazuna comes out. We're at 46. In fact, is there anyone else I need to give actually before I forget? I'll take Sleep out because he's not playing. I don't think he'll play again this season. So goalie wise, obviously Ederson is one goalie we have. I swear to God, see if I was just about to say if what's his face. The thing is, Keylor for these remaining games might actually prove to be useful. Yes, he's made errors, but he's not going to get dropped. So we'll go Keylor, bring him back in, and defensively we've got 47 to play with. Right, let's have a wee nosy. Generally looking for Brentford and Brighton. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards. Saying that, Dan Burns 47. And the games that Newcastle have left, I don't really see him scoring too high. Well, you might actually saying that. Does Rico play? He does, but not score well enough. Yeah, I might actually. Tierney's getting a wee run. I thought. I don't know why he doesn't get a run. He's better than Holden, for God's sake. Just play him, man. Like, if I'm not even an Arsenal supporter, and I would say he's better than Holden. Like Ennen's better than Holden. It's like showing like blind loyalty to the folk. It's like, no, if the guy's crap, the guy's crap. You're never going to make him better. But yeah, that's my 5 I'll go with. No, I won't. Odegaard. There we go. Serie A, Wait, we've only got 5 drafts. Why, La Liga's not in action this weekend. Right, Mary I'm happy with. Oh, that's not a good sign. I'll switch Titty in this week. Stick with Zapata, stick with Osherman, and stick with Serge. Right, that's fine. Plus the drafts are just hit and miss anyway. Right, now we get into the serious business. So Asia will sort out first. Get the limited teams out the road. We're fine and happy with our usual 5 of Nagaishi, Hiroyuki Mei, Nara, Lukian and Yamagishi. That's the 5 we're happy with. Champion America, we've got players back in from bringing in. Now the biggest challenge for me is up front. That is my biggest problem, because Nightgoda and Casper are literally not doing anything. Like, what's annoying is Casper played last week, the game before, sorry, got a goal, nearly got 2 in a 10-minute stint, yet it still didn't give him the chance to play the next game. And I'm like, you actually serious? But yeah, I was quite baffled by that decision. Yeah, I don't make the team. In fact, where's Hadib? What team's Hadib in? He's in no team, so right, there we go. Right, and Quignon out for Matt Polster. Now we've got a strong 4. I'm hoping to sort out another forward today, depending when this goes live, I suppose. The hope is, like, one of them will play, one should get in, just a case of who, and the hope is bring another forward in, whether it be Herbers or somebody. I'll get there, I've been trying, that's part of the challenge. Get another forward in and gives us a good 5, because then I feel like with McMath, Boxall, Polster and Hadib, it's like 4 of the 5 fits. The 5th part is just having a good forward. But we'll get there. We will get there. So that is that sorted. The next challenge is 240. Anyone that knows, 240 is a bit of a challenge. Now, for this week, I am thinking Jokin will get dropped, sadly, in this team. As much as I don't want to drop him, and I'll tell you why, because it's Mirandes is who they're playing. And I feel Pacos against Sporting could be a disaster. Like, as much as, just with how that will shape up. But I can't really swap in anyone else. That is part of the problem. Like 240, I want to keep it to the Tenerife players because they've been consistent and it's been doing me not necessarily just wonders, but it's like when I look at everyone else who's playing who and whatnot, I'd rather stick to this being the 240 squad as it were. So for this game week, as much as it hurts me, I've got to bring Marafona in net, get him in, means I've got back to a full team of 5. And before Pacos get a result against Sporting, highly doubt it in the current climate, but we have to try and be not just savvy, but we've also got to realise because Jokin is a 55 cap now, it makes things harder, but it means I can bring him into the All-Star team, so if I wish, so I can field maybe quite a strong All-Star team if wish. Second Division Europe, we've got one of the Jokins, we've got Nacho, we have Miramon, we have Aitor Sanz, and then we have Ortuno up front. Now, part of me feels tempted to bring in Raul Navarro, simply just because he started to pick up a little bit of points again. He picked up 47 against Villarreal's second team. Does play 100% of games, he is 9.5%, but at the same time I feel like I can't overly justify him at times. Whoops, didn't mean to do that, that was well done. Back to that. We'll confirm it anyway because we're happy, is what our point is. So we've confirmed that and it gives us that team confirmed. MLS Pro, we can luckily field a team, so that's quite handy on that. So we'll go Dwayne St Clair. Because we have enough limiteds now to get us over the line, because you have to field 4, We can go Zuparik. Interesting that Lundqvist got 47 for me, like last week or whatever. So interesting developments there. Nice-Goda comes in here, and as we said, we can literally take anyone we wish. I'm tempted to field Lundqvist because Lundqvist should be scoring well. That is the problem. He should be scoring well, but he doesn't. That's the problem. I love I've got 4 people in the one game. That is just good banner. But Quignon, I'll probably lean towards as my captain, just with a higher percentage. So we've MLS Pro as our latest team for the week. Now that we can actually field that. 220. We'll adjust this. Probably have to adjust it slightly. Right. Let's have a look. Nubel against Monaco should be fine. I don't really see any other goalie taking this spot at the moment. But saying that, Monaco were tragic at the weekend, and Angers have nothing to play for. Saying that, 1 extra point, is it really going to make much of a difference? If I'm honest, I'd rather play Navas over Nubel, if I'm brutally honest. So I'll go with that. Defensively, now we have to obviously readjust and remove the commons and bring in our limiteds. So at the moment, oh, it's Takuma, that's who we're to take out. Takuma is who we're to take out, sorry. Not Shun Nakamura, not Takeda. Benamar's maybe a shout actually. Benamar becomes a shout, puts us exactly on 0. Can't really go any other forwards because Daiki plays in this team. And midfield wise or defensively, we could go El Yakubi, but I feel Excelsior's going to get an absolute hammering, and El Yakubi's going to score about 10. Saying that, Growley's 46, we've got that 50. Aichi, maybe. I'll go with this. 5. Like 220 is always going to be hit and miss. Come on, 220 is like, if you can field a good 220. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Go back. Sorry, yeah, we're on All Star. Sorry, we're on the right team. Right, All Star. We can drop Victor Diaz. We're going to go El Yakubi in this. In fact, or do we field a Challenger Europe team? Let me have a look. Like Challenger Europe would just literally be a 4-man team that's players that we don't give a squad for. Vrenz might be fit, I don't know, I've not actually checked. Asuar, I don't even have a spare forward, so it's fine. I can't do basically Challenger Europe because I don't have enough extra spare forwards. Right, so for this I'm going to go Jokin Ezquita in net. Now it technically gives me another actual starting goalie. Victor Diaz will come out and I will bring El Yakubi in. Then my next midfielder, my extra defender, I'm thinking we'd probably go to Grawley. Just with what we have, like saying that if this was away and I'm going to go stick with Grawley. Grawley at least I would imagine should play, because if they go like 5 at the back, they might play to my strengths, not what do you call it? The strengths of Sanfresh. I had to think who they were playing for a sec there. Nakamura, as far as I believe, must be injured, because if he's not played the last 2 games, especially when he's been scoring quite steadily so far the last like few months. The first game of the season was what, 25th of April, 18th of April, sorry, for sale. Anyways, I'll stick with Miyazawa, just with being Tokyo. I'm going to go Dulja as much as it begrudges me, so I'm going to try and get another forward. And as I say, Growley takes that last spot for now. So we'll try and get another forward. I'll scout around, see who I can fit in that kind of like pound bracket, maybe. Like, because Doja's just not getting game time. Like, if he's not going to get a game against Varazadin, I'm like, what's the point in keeping him anymore? Like, we bought him in thinking, oh, he's a cheap forward, playing well, scoring well, and it's just not proved fruitful. But that is our kind of, I think, our last team for now. Because 270 we just field as we go. Right, no we don't. No we don't. No we don't. No we don't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this team in Challengers Europe for the remaining players. So Kaplan will go in this team. Pinto, Asuar. I knew you would say that. So Burak Yilmaz, and then finally, the last spot becomes Vrens with. It's probably not going to really matter. I'll put put Pinto's captain simply with higher percentage. Might prove fruitful, might prove disastrous. 270 then means we can't field a full team because we don't have one spare forward. We can field as we go, but saying that, if I get our forward, I'd get Doja there, so then that gives us that. So we're at 14 teams at the moment. What's this Olympic? So you need 2. Sorry, 2 players for Leon. Interesting. Yeah, May 12th is at the moment just Gameweek 371. So must be something in the middle. Anyways, so that's what. So 14 teams at the moment is what we have. So we've got 5 drafts: Champion Asia, Champion America 240, Second Division Europe, MLS Pro 220, All Star, and Challenger Europe. Let's see if I can get myself in our forward. We can get that sorted. Get 270 together. That's pretty much it, really. It's not bad. Pretty much every tournament that I try and do sorted. So I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Have a good one, folks. Take it easy all. Thanks for watching and listening and all that good stuff. Take it easy all, and I'll catch you all later.